Oh, Tupac. I see what you did there.
Welcome to Still Dripping Happy Hour. Welcome to the Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yes, sir. And
at that.
Dan is having migraines, and Landon is in the Dominican. Is that where he said he was?
Allegedly.
Something like that. Yeah, allegedly. So you've got two, and we're here. Thank you for joining us. Remember, go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at StillDrippingTN. A little lighter on the Instagram last week, or maybe the last couple days. We're finishing up hurricane stuff, so we're getting there. We'll be back on the Instagram soon. Can't say the same for the cards one.
Cards one's is
shelf.
dead, buddy.
They're dead.
Cookies on the bottom shelf, but it's dead. And I'm not putting in any effort with that one.
That's fine.
I don't know why I've been so quiet on the Instagram too this week. I don't even have an excuse. It's fall break.
It's all good. Do we have any merch update?
We got nothing.
Nothing?
It's a cash flow issue. I'm working on it.
Go hit the eBay.
That's still
Dripping TN. If you find something you like, just message us on Instagram. That's against eBay rules, but please hit us on Instagram.
Yeah, you 100% is on Instagram. That happens all the time.
Yeah,
I need to do better at posting actual stuff that we have for sale on the Instagram. I'm hit and miss on that. I'll go months without posting anything.
Yeah,
and you you've got
on eBay.
What all have you been selling?
Everything I have.
Everything's for sale.
Some jerseys, a lot of Tennessee stuff.
Oh yeah, I've hit a bunch of Tennessee stuff.
I was at we'll just go ahead and jump outside the box. I was at the LSU game with Riley.
Did you go?
Yeah, both of us. We went down there together, and probably the best away game that I've ever been to. The only win of Tennessee that I've been to with Riley, besides Vanderbilt. But going to LSU, it was pretty awesome. But while we were spanking LSU, I kept getting eBay notifications that people were bidding on my Vols stuff. It just was such a great feeling. Yeah, I probably got like 10 bids while I was at the game on only Vols stuff. There was, I think, 3 or 4 different items. So, yeah, shout out to the Vols making me money besides sports betting. I mean, pretty great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
That reminds me of that one time where I think I've said this on the podcast when I found out Kobe died was because I had all this Kobe stuff on eBay and that had been sitting for there's no telling how long, and all of a sudden all this Kobe stuff sold.
Yeah, and
I was like, "What is this?" And then ESPN. Isn't that crazy?
That is so wild. Still, I know I've heard that plenty of times, but it's still wild.
So crazy. Hey, so speaking of all this, I've got a free shout out. Shout out to my wife. I don't even know what happened. I've tried to. I think she just she had a bunch of stuff that she was trying to get rid of and thought about taking it to Goodwill. And then I don't even think I said anything. I think she was like, you know what? I'm going to get on Poshmark. She started a Poshmark, and in her first week, I bet she's sold 25 things, close to it. But then that's gotten her into, I mean, it was 0 to 100 really, really quick. So we're trying to come up with a name for her Poshmark, kind of, I guess. She doesn't like all the names that I've thrown out.
What are some that you've done?
Meg's Market, Meg's Merchandise, trying to alliterate it. Whatever. Meg's Swag. It's just, we're not in the same demographic.
Yeah. That's fair.
Or audience, I would say. But anyway, so that's led, I went through all my closet, all my stuff with her. and was like, "Hey, I bet you can get some quick wins with these things." And she threw up
Nice.
100 something items
Holy
on her
moly.
Poshmark
That's a
that
lot
were
of
more
items.
her, some like country uh, Johnny Cash stuff that I haven't moved for how long ever.
Yeah.
Band
That,
tees, a
that's
lot of
something that I'm
Tupac rap stuff, a lot of Tupac stuff, which is to come, I think.
mm,
But
that's yeah, it's difficult on eBay because they've got that relist feature. So it's hard to know how long something's sat out there. Because
yeah,
I'm at the point where I've got so much of this stuff that I'm fine donating it. I've already made all my money back
mm,
plus a bunch. So I'm trying. My goal is I'm not going to go to Goodwill until I get everything that I have up on eBay. I'm close. I've got one bin left, probably 25 items maybe. So once I get that up, I think I'm going to start going heavy towards hats. Hats seem to sell really easily for me.
what is your eBay store called?
I think it's still dripping ML.
Okay, so you have your own. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you had an eBay. I didn't know it was called Still Dripping ML.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's Still Dripping TN, which is the one I run.
Yep.
And then I have my
Oh.
personal one, which I don't hardly ever use anymore. There's some things on there, but
Yeah,
like it
all
says
mine's the
Holla.
same, so it's not all necessarily vintage and sneakers. So occasionally, if Haley wants me to try to sell something or just find some random stuff, I'll throw it up there. But generally speaking, hats and a lot of hats, a lot of Vols, and other college apparel,
Hmm.
and then your occasional just polo item or other
Yeah.
sports item. So
Dude, hold up. Free shout out to Still Dripping Cards because that is where I have all my cards. It's on our Still Dripping. That's where I sell any cards. It's not on the Instagram. I just sold tonight. I sold a maybe 40 card Grant Hill lot that's been out there for 4 months. 50 cards sold for like $37 or something.
that's not bad.
And I mean, who bought Grant Hill? Why? Whoever you are, hit us up. Hit
What's
the
your
GM.
You know what? If we're gonna be both in, I know you never left the eBay scene, but I'm back. We should have like an item spotlight for the week.
Ooh, you got something?
I've got a good
I can
one,
pick something
and
up.
I'm pretty surprised. This may not be my best shirt, but I thought it was very unique. I know we went through a phase of all these shirts, and apologize for the bad radio. Straight out of Chicago, but the bull has a little Michael Jordan earring.
I see that.
I thought that was really unique. I don't know what it's worth. I can't find any. I find a lot of straight out of Chicago shirts, but none with like the Michael Jordan touch on it. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
dope.
I don't know what it's worth. I've never seen one before. So that'll be my highlighted item for the week.
Man, this is a great segment. I really like this segment already.
Yeah.
Um, so I had I think I sent you a message last Thursday where
Oh yeah.
I had a one-off just stopped in the store, Music City Thrift, not Music City Vintage.
Across from
Very,
the
very
zoo.
different. Cost from the zoo. And I hit a Seattle Seahawks chalk line starter jacket.
Yeah.
I almost pooped. I paid more than what I usually would pay. It was like 20, 27, $28.
Wow.
But I sold it the next day for 115. The
Oh
next
wow.
day.
That's
I
that is
hit
very nice.
so on that same trip, I hit two old like racing tees, a Dale Earnhardt,
Yeah.
two of them, and then something else.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a it's a of it's probably from 80. I haven't done all the research on it. It's probably 80s, but it's a Coca-Cola 600 windbreaker,
Yeah.
and it is so sick. It
Ooh, I might have
is
a Coca-Cola item next week.
yeah, I thought you had some of those.
Breaking out of the closet. But I did have another Fab Five. This one I can't use for next week because it's gonna. There's bids on it, and it's gonna end tomorrow or maybe the day after. But Michigan, I think that's
Oh, Jimmy
Jimmy
King.
King Fab
Yeah, that's
Five.
who that is.
Yeah, so that one's up to $36 right now. I wore that to camp a few times,
So
and then
you do auctions.
yeah, I like the auctions better. To me, it seems like stuff moves faster. Since right now I'm not looking for a certain price, I'll just put it up for starting at like $5. Obviously for jerseys is a little higher, but most of the like sweatshirts and hats start them at $5 and they'll get
Mm.
up to 20. One hat got up to 40, 150. So I'm just trying to get rid of them as fast as I can so I can get out there and thrift a little more because I don't think I have too much stuff that's like super rare at the moment. So that's the strategy for now.
I only do buy it now because I don't want to mess with the auctions.
Yeah.
So I have a different strategy. I'm sitting and I don't really care. If it takes a while to sell, I'm not that it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I have two because I found it at the same shop, at the same visit, Music
Mm.
City Vintage. So I'll highlight two things.
Music
It's
City vintage or thrift?
thrift. So it's two um yeah, Music City thrift. But I found these at the same time. And it's fall. So bad radio, but I got a Nike windbreaker,
Mm.
early 90s, dope colors.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that
nice.
guy. And then the same trip, found a black one.
Wow. Very
Yep,
nice.
same trip, early 90s. You see the tag on it.
Yeah.
It's got the red
Go to
tag.
go to the eBay and
Yeah, go to
you
our
see it.
eBay and you can see it better. Just because I'm already right here on it, I'll show you this. The day I hit the Seahawks, man, that was so surprising. I mean, I figured it would sell pretty quick, but it's football season. It's like this is so perfect. Check out this Dale Earnhardt that I found with the Seahawks one.
Mm. That
Oh
is
man, it's
that
so
looks
sick.
fairly similar to the still dripping Dale Earnhardt shirt that we had.
It kind of does. That you made?
That I made, yep.
Yeah, very, very similar.
Inspiration.
That's right.
All
No
right.
regard for copyright laws.
Yeah. You know what? I see we just jump inside the box now, unless you've got
Box it,
anything
bruh.
else. Let's box it.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
God, that's so stupid that you do that. That's so sick.
All right.
You can
Here's-
tell these are all
these are-
my slides tonight, boys.
We got all yours.
You know, I got that bootleg. Spent 5 minutes on it. Just didn't. Anyway, keep going. Do you want me to
This is
describe
yours.
this?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I saw this come through. Fila. When was the last time you heard about them? And speaking of Grant Hill is the one that's modeling this shoe. And oddly enough, but look at this. Inspired by the iconic photo of Tupac wearing Fila Grant Hill 2s on the All Eyes on Me album booklet. And this is such a stretch. Like, this is a humongous stretch. If you saw the picture that they're referencing that caused them to decide to do this Tupac tribute, and the only thing even remotely Tupac about it is, I guess, the bandana, right?
Right.
Which why brown? Why? Many, many questions surrounding this. But
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
I mean,
You're not a big Fila guy, let's be real.
right. I know Tupac for his music, but I wasn't really around for the culture around him and the the rest of that. So I don't know. I don't have an answer to your question of why brown. It looks like, I guess it's like a khaki brown. I mean, the box is cool, but it looks like that's inside the box.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see what the front or the top of the box looks
I'm
like.
sorry, I was lazy on this. The other thing is
No, no worries.
this is the low model of that shoe, which I don't even know if I knew there was a low model.
Yeah.
But I
Fila
think,
doesn't seem like a low model type shoe.
yeah. But look, I think my key question over here would be, would Pac have been a Fila guy? I mean, I
It's a
don't
good
see it.
question. That's a really good question.
At that point, I figured that if he's going to be not, let's just say, let's take out Nike out of the equation. If he's not going to be Nike, I would have pegged him more as a K-Swiss guy.
That's fair. Yeah.
Pretty easy colors. Like, I don't know if he was Crippin or Blood in it, but I mean, you could go navy or red on those pretty simply.
K-Swiss.
We got to find out. I can't remember. Is Tupac here? Let's ask Google. Hey, Google. Was Tupac in a gang? Tupac was tied to the mob Piru Bloods.
Okay.
According to Google, a street gang that often battled with the Crips over territory, personal slights. That makes that sound so not gangster. So like personal slights. He called me fat. One such slight resulted in Shakur and his blood bodyguards beating Crips member Orlando Anderson in the lobby of a Mike Tyson prize fight venue. So Tupac was Big B's B. Gang signs. It's gonna get kicked off of YouTube. Gang signs.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous.
It's like yeah, there's another one. Well, look how hood I am. I know gang signs. All right, I'm sorry. Any other thoughts on Tupac?
No, I don't have any other thoughts on Tupac.
I know that's a little bit past your time. What would have Biggie been if Tupac is Fila?
Oh, if Tupac's Fila, I mean, Biggie seems
Saucony,
like,
East Coast. Think like Saucony. You love it when I say that.
I was gonna say
Diadora,
Reebok. Seems like he would have rocked the Shaqs.
Yeah, I think he was buddies with Shaq. He has a song with Shaq. It could be Reebok. That's not bad. And at that time, Reebok was popping a little bit.
You know, East Coast, he could have worn the AIs. I don't know. I couldn't really see him wearing Allen Iversons, to be real. But
he's a big guy too, right? So he's going to have to need something that's built for a big man.
Yeah.
He might have New Balanced it.
I could see
Action
that.
Bronson.
I could see that as well.
Yeah. All right, we can move on.
All right.
There's no way in heck I'm buying the Tupac shoes. Never.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Don't.
I mean, we weren't gonna buy Fila's before Tupac.
That's
anyways,
exactly right. It was Grant Hill. Go Heels. Okay, I thought this would be interesting. So we had this week, the Trae Young 2. And fun fact, I guess I didn't know Jimmy Butler had a signature shoe. Maybe I did. And I'm pretty sure this is Li-Ning.
Fairly recent. Yeah, Li-Ning. You're right about that. Probably the Heat connection there.
Yep. And so I thought this would be fun. I mean, we're not going to buy either of these shoes. Let's be real. But which one's better? Which one do you and why? What do you think about these two guys?
I don't think either of them are that bad. I think they're both pretty good basketball shoes. Now, with that said, they're both only on-court shoes, right? I mean,
has to be.
You're never going to wear these off the court.
Especially the Trae Youngs.
Yeah.
This is 100% performance. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'm going to the mall rocking some Trae Young 2s.
Right. Now, these Jimmy Butlers, this is the first I'm seeing them. So they've kind of got that Kyrie 1 on the toe, like the zigzag.
Yeah.
The tab in the back is kind of weird. It looks like a running shoe to me. It's like
I was thinking that too. It doesn't.
Shoe.
I don't know why they put this tab. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's a weird touch. What is your favorite shoe of these 6?
I I don't like the top and bottom Trae Youngs. So the only Trae Young one I like is the blue one.
Mhm.
But I like all three of the Jimmy Butler ones, the colorways.
Yeah, the colors. The bottom right one is going to be my favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
relatively of all of 6 of these,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
mean,
because it's the brown, right?
yeah.
Navy, khaki.
I think the cool thing about the Jimmy Butler ones is the Heat have jerseys to wear with each one of these colorways.
The brown ones?
Well, it's kind of like a red, right? Like a fade orange to red. My
I
colors
don't
might be
think
off.
so. I think that's orange to brown, or like
I mean, they got
khaki to brown.
orange, khaki to brown. Okay. Yeah, huh. Seems like it's more of a red to me, like a orange to maroon.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the other two definitely could go with their jerseys, but that bottom one, maybe I'm mistaken on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I'll
there you
never
go.
buy any of these, but the bottom right for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the Jimmy Butler is more likely a shoe that I would wear. I don't think even to play basketball, I'm probably going to wear these Trae Youngs.
Yeah, I've just as I look more and more at the Trae Youngs, I don't like them as much.
Yeah.
When I first saw them, they had some Harden vibes. They looked pretty good. That back sole part is the heel,
Yeah.
funky.
It also looks like they are gigantic.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. They look huge.
They look absolutely huge. All right. There you go. That's as much time as we're going to spend on that. Good
All
grief.
right. What we got? Please tell us why you put these up there.
Well, number one, I just haven't ever seen these before. Have you?
No, the 312s or this colorway?
The 312s. I don't recall having seen the 312s.
Yeah, so this was a Don C thing.
Oh
You
my
remember that?
goodness, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he did
Was
the
he made
1
these.
and the 3, I guess 1s, 3s, and
And then he stole
is
the
that
Bo
it?
Jacksons. He stole the
Yeah, and
the
and
trainers.
the Jackson strap. Yeah.
I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Nothing about this shoe is appealing, and I would love to know who buys these. The 6 rings, the this,
It
the
had a
Spizikes.
it felt like it had a story with when Don C first came out with them.
Yeah. What happened? Why did they fall off?
I think he had a disagreement on them with Nike, and he was like, "I'm not going to do this anymore," and just left.
Was that the story?
I don't know what the disagreement was over, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
They definitely have. You can see a Yeezy 1 Nike influence on these.
Yeah, that
Right?
Victor Cruz-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are really ugly. I don't know why the color palette here. The maroon with
Yeah,
this
the color palette's
blue.
interesting. Yeah, it's all pretty interesting. The strap, but it's weird because you kind of have to have the strap, or else it's just like a Jordan 1 with a Jordan 3 butt.
Yeah.
Like you have to have the strap to make it different, but it doesn't make it any better.
No.
Just doesn't look good.
It's hideous.
All around does not look good.
Jordan Legacy 312. All right, guys. Look, Drip Army, when you're buying Jordans, stick to the main line. Stick to the main line, and you're going to be fine. That's why we make fun of it, but the Spizikes, the 6 rings, these gimmicky, we just don't rock that with the Drip Army. Okay? Do you agree?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
don't
with
do
you.
it. Just don't.
What
am I going to get? These are a pair of Jordan 38s, 37s. You should get the 37s. Don't get these. Really? You disagree? Main line, man.
On the 37s though?
Versus this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not with it. I don't know. That's a neither nor for me.
Neither?
Yeah.
Wow. Jimmy Butler's?
Mm. You put me in a tough spot here.
Oh, this is called a compromising situation.
Yeah, exactly. You know
I'm
what?
gonna
Let's
make
just
you make out with this guy in the
No.
video.
This has turned weird. Let's move on. The teddy bear dunks. What do you think? What do I think?
Yeah,
I think they're pretty cool.
I think they're absolutely fire. I do, but I feel like this is going against. I feel like I'm being hypocritical, which poses my question over here. Does this violate the fur rule? Because that looks like fleece. If especially on this khaki color,
Yeah, underneath
the
the swoosh.
swoosh.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? Does that look fleece to you?
It does look a little. It's kind of like a hairy suede.
Yeah, this looks the brown color looks like it's leather, just like
Right.
age.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in agreement. It's the lightest brown, the khaki.
Yep.
That's what you got to be worried about. To me, I like them. I don't know if the materials. I don't know if I would like the materials in person. The gum sole, pretty dope.
Pretty
White
dope.
midsole,
The
good.
swoosh color,
The
it's
swoosh.
off-white. It's not pure white. I mean, this is
The Nike on the back is brown.
yeah.
Really, the only thing is that material of the khaki, and I don't like the shoelaces. They look
Okay.
really dirty to me.
I don't like the bear on the back.
That's fair. I mean, that's totally.
I mean, I would hesitate to want to rock these just because of the stupid bear. But the biggest problem I have is if that's fleece, then that's a different problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I would have to pass if
Okay.
it's fleece. For number one, it's for principle. Number two, it's all for principle. Never mind, because this shoe is awesome. This is a dope color.
Okay. You know
But
what? I think we got one more shoe from the slides, and then I got a few other headlines we can talk about. But
all right. Did you see this?
I saw it.
Oh my gosh, this is glorious.
I thought that as well until I got
But
the zoomed in picture.
what's the zoomed in picture?
This like right here, like from a little thumbnail. Beautiful. I don't like it. I don't like the materials on this.
Huh.
It kind of looks cheap to me. And I know that the medallion piece is probably covered in plastic. I'm not talking about that. The entire upper of the light blue and the gray, it just looks. This looks like a B grade, and maybe it
I
is a
wonder
picture of a B
if
grade.
this is a sample.
Right. Yeah. I don't like the rubber sole. Like, it does not look like a finished product to me.
Yeah.
And that's the only
Did you like the
thing.
13s to begin with?
I don't have 13s, but I do like certain 13s. Yeah. I'm
Like the He
fine
Got
with some of them.
Games and the Flints?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Both of
think
those. Different materials than these. And so that's
okay.
and maybe it's I just haven't studied a 13 that closely. But yeah, I don't know. I love the color blocking. It's the execution of the materials and the stitching. It just doesn't
At
look
least
like
in
a
this
good
picture.
shoe right now in this picture. Correct.
Well, maybe it's just because it's Carolina, but this is if Caleb Love wears this shoe during the basketball season, I'll flip out. I'll poop. There'll be poop on my floor.
He has to.
These are so sick.
Is Carolina winning it all this year?
I'm not going to talk about it.
Don't want to jinx it. All right.
Not
Well,
not
that's
about
fine. That's fine.
Don't
You
ask
know
me
what?
about football either. I'm not talking
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna run down what we got coming out this week. The day this episode will drop, we've got some terrible Air Force Ones undercovers. They just
Don't
look
get them.
bad. We've got tomorrow some Billie Eilish Air Force Ones again. Don't. They'll probably sell out knowing all this crap is ridiculous. Moving on, we have the Air Jordan 4 Canyon Purple coming out on the 15th, along with that, what is it, Pure Platinum Dunk Low.
Must get.
Both of those are really, really good looking
Yeah,
shoes.
I agree.
It's a hairy suede on the Canyon Purple, so more like a fuzzy suede.
Yeah,
I'll
I was
say.
going to say it's not fur.
It's not fur in the slightest.
No.
It's definitely suede still, just a little unkept. Then you've got on the 18th the Florida A&M Dunk Lows, just a part of that same pack that TSU had. These are cool. They got a translucent bottom and it looks like a snake skin underneath, so that's pretty dope. But other than that, we've got some terrible Air Jordan 9 boots coming out. The beef and broccoli one is just disgusting. It's like the ugliest shoe. Oh my gosh. It's absolutely terrible.
So great.
And that's pretty much all you need to know coming out in
it feels like
next few days.
fours are getting some traction right now.
I think they're going to be hot again pretty soon. I think we're going to get a lot of colorways come next year or the year after that.
There were some pictures that dropped today of it's like midnight navy instead of, when you think of the military blue, it's more like it's navy, but it's that color blocking. And
was that it had the paint speckle too?
Yeah.
They
look dope. But these, I agree. I like the purple fours. I think it's going to be an easy resale. They will be unique. Fours are popping. You'll want to try for those, but do whatever you're doing. Get the platinums. They'll resell. You'll want to hold on to them or wear them forever. I would buy those for myself.
I just don't know if dunks are going to be for me. You know what? I might have to just take a chance. I can always return them or sell them, but they're real flat.
Why wouldn't you try and sell them?
I'll try. I'll go for them.
Okay, so this just hit me. I should have said this earlier. So last week I hit the wheat dunks.
Yeah,
they were
with
girls.
The quilted underneath.
Mm-hmm. They were pretty dope in hand. They bricked, and so I sent them back to Nike. Sent them back, and then yesterday, or maybe it was Monday, I got a notification on the Adidas app, and I didn't even look. I just pressed it, and it's Yeezy Quantums.
Okay.
And I hit them, and they get here tomorrow, and then I'm immediately sending them back because they're already under retail.
You should hoop in them.
Not for $280. I'll just buy them. I'll get them off StockX for like $220.
Yeah, true.
It's just a math equation.
Yeah,
it's just math. I was like, are you serious? $280 after shipping?
Yeah, seriously.
There's no way I'm keeping those. Especially you look on StockX right now. Now the colorway is pretty cool. Did you see these at all?
Describe the colorway for me. I think I did.
I'm going to show you a picture. It's
okay. I'd rather have a description.
Well, it's a little. I would describe part of it as, a little penal. I actually really like them. They're different.
Is it like us? Yeah, I saw those.
But I didn't even look. I literally just got the notification and immediately just pressed the button and I hit it. But $280 after shipping.
Yeah, that's a lot.
$209 right now.
That's
I'm not doing that. I'm not going to lose $80.
Yeah, that's
Right.
bad.
And even on the other quantums, I did not know. I haven't looked at quantums forever. They're all under retail. Every single
Oh,
one of them.
really?
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this isn't going to happen. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
that's a tough look. Man,
that.
we need to send our message out to Nashville Man and get Landon back and Brian from Free Agency, because I've got a ton of these Kanye questions and I'm saving them. I'm saving
Okay.
them so we have the full quorum of Kanye stands. That's what I want. So,
Sounds like a plan.
anyways, I got a few more headlines. I saw rumors. Don't know if this has been officially confirmed, and I don't think it will be. Lost and Found Jordan 1s, the Chicago reimagined or whatever they're saying. They're saying that they're going to be 500,000 pairs
Saw
of
that.
these. So that's a lot. So that's comparable to what they're saying is similar number to the Cool Gray 11s, where everybody was able to hit. So I'm very happy about that. Those
Yeah, but
come out in
wait, hold
November,
up.
right?
But wait a second. You got what you have to take into consideration is that the people coming out of the woodwork because
Yeah.
of it. So all of a sudden, it might be a bigger pool, but it's way more people, and that
Yeah,
sucks.
this is one of those that you got to hope that Nike does the sneakers draw and those points, those sneaker points, loyalty points come into consideration. Because you're right, it is going to be everybody trying for these. But it was relatively easy to get those cool grays.
Yep, I flipped
A
mine
lot of
in like 4 or 5 days and made $100.
yeah, I took mine to Music City Vintage dead stock and traded them for a used pair and made $50.
There you go.
So, well,
And you kept
I
them?
guess not
The
made,
cool
but
rays?
yeah. Yeah, I still got them. I was
So
gonna wear them anyways, so I mean, why keep a dead
not?
stock pair and not? And this pair, they were like, when I walked in, I was like, I want these. They don't say dead stock, and they were like, really? These look dead stock, but they would be wrapped if they were. And the dude must have worn them like once. I've waited like a month, so I got $50 and the same pair of shoes that I had, same size and everything.
Can't beat that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hopefully everybody who wants these Air Jordan 1s, get them. I like it. I mean, it's really cool. I like the receipt and everything in the box that it comes with.
The packaging is so sick.
It's good. They really
This
did a
is a
good job on this
must
one.
get, guys. It's November. It's close to Thanksgiving,
And
and
if you don't hit on
you
these,
must
goodness
try it.
gracious, there's about 50 other pairs of Jordans coming out in this holiday season.
Yeah.
They haven't released anything but like the Fire Red 3s this year.
Yeah.
And that's all they needed.
If you hit the lost and founds, do you keep? Do you sell? Do you stash them?
I'm gonna keep them, but it'd probably to be determined on whether I keep them to sell or keep and rock them. I still have never worn those bread ones from 2016. It's the only pair of dead stock. Well, got those, and the military blacks are dead stock, but they've got the crystal dust on them, which is kind of worrying me. But I think I can get that off pretty easily. But I just can't decide if I sell them, will I ever get those back? I don't know. I don't know if I will. So
How much are the breads on StockX right now?
I think they've gone down a little bit, actually.
I can't believe you still have those dead stock.
I want to say
Wow.
$850 was the last time I looked at them.
Wow.
Yeah. Difficult to figure out whether I want to keep or sell. I'm looking right now. Those were called the banned ones.
I have, so
2016.
my dilemma would be I've got Chicago ones. So do I like the aged look on the lost and founds, but I'm not going to have two. It's basically the same shoe. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to call in a favor. I texted the group about this, that I DJ'd a wedding, and part of that was a connection
Don't reveal your connection
to a good friend of our podcast, and I'm trying to call in a favor so I can just get them. and then I would have a dilemma on what to do with them. But I would say try to get any raffle, anything you can get to get these shoes. You need to do it.
Yeah.
Drip Army.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
This
They're going to be worth
is
your money.
This is Drip Army 101 type stuff. If you have a chance to get a Jordan 1 Chicago looking anything,
Like boot camp right
you
here.
get it. This is a 101 conversation. If you have to camp out, you camp out. If you have to get into 8 different raffles, 20 different raffles, do it. It's going to be worth it.
Those, I was exactly right. $850 for an 11.5 in the Jordan band ones. So
And
difficult.
the 12?
So that's the lowest ask. Is an 11.5 is what I have.
11.5.
Yep. Last sale was $690. So it's gone down quite a bit.
Wear them, dude.
I think
What
I'm
are
going
you
to keep
doing?
them. I don't know.
It's time.
It is time.
6 years later, it's time.
We're 40 minutes in here, so I'm just gonna run through the rest of the news. You can give me a sentence or two on what you think. eBay is changing their sneakers to I don't know. They're raising their fees.
Shocker.
It's almost 13%,
Inflation.
and it's ridiculous. Any shoes above $100 now are going to go through the authenticity guarantee.
I just had that happen.
Everything is shipped through FedEx now at a $15 charge to the buyer. That's just a flat rate. So that's the changes to eBay. StockX is implementing a new $4 fee for single item shipments. It just seems just ridiculous.
Petty.
Yeah. Next up, Nike signs student athletes, including Bronny James, who is a high school senior this year, I think. Pretty interesting. We knew it was coming to the high school game. Probably already has happened, but Nike's just now getting in on it. I wonder why they waited so long. I wonder if it was the optics around it.
I thought it was very interesting that because I saw that there were 6 high school athletes signed.
I think it was a mix of college and high school.
4 of the 6 were females. That was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just 2 males. I think those were college athletes, if I remember correct.
Okay. Who's the other? Was it DJ Wagner?
Yeah.
It was Bronny and DJ Wagner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you had a note in here about Supreme this week?
It's Supreme in the North Face collab, and so it's a safe reselling bet. I mean, that's all. I won't touch on it a lot. It's expensive retail. North Face typically is, but it holds up in terms of reselling. That's why it's newsworthy.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, then let's see what else we got here. I mean, outside the box news. NBA starts pretty soon. Hockey starts now. I think next week we do. If we can't get our Kanye forum, I think we do an NBA season preview. I might have a guest from an NBA podcast, an official NBA podcast. They're legit. I'll see if I can get him on. I'll reach out to him. I think we can do that. And I've got a NBA trivia for you. I think you probably know this because you told me about this person. But my hat tonight is Phoenix Suns Shark Tooth. This is not a Mitchell and Ness. It's a Logo Athletic OG.
Oh, it's OG.
It's signed.
Is it Sean Marion?
Can you read that? Richard Dumas.
Oh my goodness.
Where did he go to college?
It's random. It's like Southwest Oklahoma State. It's something weird like that. He was only in the NBA for a few years and got into cocaine, I want to say, and he was out.
Yeah.
But that was when he was in the finals against the Bulls that year that they got to, what was that, 94, 93, 94? Yeah, it was him,
Yeah,
Dan
Fort Worth,
Marley.
I think.
He was dope, man. I remember it really. There was one particular game. It was on a Sunday. NBC Sunday, NBA on NBC, and it was against Shaq, like rookie or second year Shaq. But the big headline was Barkley versus Shaq, and Richard Dumas stole the show that game. It was like his coming out party, and then 2 years later he's out of the league because he had a cocaine problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that he did.
Yep. Did you see where he went to college? Am I right? It's like southwestern Oklahoma.
You're wrong. It's just Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Dang.
From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's see. Any other fun tidbits? I think you covered it all.
Boom. He wore number 21. I can remember that.
I can check on my hat for you. Yeah,
I cheated.
21.
He came back and had a short stint with the Sixers.
Yeah, in 2000.
No.
It
was been mid-90s.
No, 95, 96.
But he didn't stick, right? Did he get hurt?
I don't know. He played overseas a lot after that.
Okay. Well,
Came back
when you
played in America for the Oklahoma Storm.
The CBA?
Let me check for you. Might have been the USBL.
ABA? Ooh.
USBL.
Man, I thought about something along these lines this week. So I think I've said this on the podcast before. My kids play basketball for the NYBA, Nashville Youth Basketball Association, or I think that's what it is. But it's run by Dante Jones, who was with Mississippi State, led them to the Final Four. And he played in this, I think it was the CBA here.
For the Rhythm.
The Rhythm. And how I remember this was me and two of my buddies were going through all the jobs that we've ever had to pay like a tax return for. And I've had 17 jobs that I had to in my life, like since my first job when I was like 13 or 14. One of them was I worked concessions and not administrative. What is it? The admission at Lipscomb, so I could get free season tickets to the Nashville Rhythm because I wanted to watch Dante Jones.
That's hilarious.
I totally forgot about that until this week.
I went to one Rhythm game, and they had a woman coach, and Matt Freege, the former Vanderbilt, he was on that team, and the owner came down at halftime and was yelling, like in a verbal argument with the coach. The owner of the team came down from a box at Allen Arena. Yeah. This is the only game I ever went to. And I was like, what is going on in this amateur league? And so it was all over. Freege was like about to get let go or something. It's a contract dispute, and the coach didn't want to play him, or the coach wanted to play him, but the owner was like, no, don't play him. And so they just got into it on the sidelines, like, of this game. And during a game. It was super weird. I'll have to figure out everything that actually happened.
How old were you? Were you in middle school? Because I was
married. Probably in middle school. It would have been
hilarious.
Sometime from 2005 to 2008.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. But I thought about it 2 days ago because that was one of the jobs I had where I just wanted a free ticket. It was free. I got to watch every single game. The crowds were nothing. It was just a little bit more than a typical Lipscomb basketball game, which is not saying much at all, unless it's Belmont. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got maybe a fun game. You can tell me if we should do this or we should just move to the top 5.
Okay.
So on the way back from LSU, we were driving a really long ways. We're pretty excited because Tennessee won. And Riley and I were in the car. And the way we can stay up, he was talking about a tweet about You could either go to therapy or you can feel the same way as therapy if you just list off random "what about this" guys from football or basketball of the mid-2000s.
Wow.
Just how therapeutic that was. And so he pulled up, I was driving, he was in the passenger seat, and he Googled Titans draft classes from like 2012. And he would just see how many I could get from that, like first round, second round pick. But I thought, you're the NBA guy. Do you think we could how deep could you get on, let's say, the 2004 NBA draft?
Really, really, really deep.
Okay, let me pull it up. We're going to go for it. You think 2004?
I don't care what year.
Okay. Pulling up 2004 NBA draft. It took place on June 24th.
It was Dwight Howard as the first pick.
Yep, Dwight Howard's the first pick.
Emeka Okafor would be the second.
Yep.
Is it Tyson Chandler third?
Tyson Chandler was 2002, maybe.
Was he? Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
He was.
Yeah,
I don't remember. So number 3, if you want a hint, I could either give you school would probably give it away. I could give you position or his
Jay
initials.
Williams?
Nope, different draft.
No, that was Yao Ming.
Yep.
Um,
Jay Williams was 4th pick, I think, as well. But this is the number 3 pick. Do you want the team name that took him, his college, position,
team name that took him? All the rest of it's too easy.
Chicago Bulls.
Tyus.
That's too late.
Tyus Thomas.
That's too late. Teammates with Emeka Okafor in college.
Ben Gordon. That's what was my second choice. Okay, got it.
Ben Gordon. All right, number 4. He was straight out of high school. He had a terrible injury.
Sean Livingston.
Yep. And number 5, he drafted and traded on draft night to the Dallas Mavericks. Played for a long time. He was a point guard. I thought you could do better than this. I'm not going to lie. This is a tough draft, though.
You thought I could do better than this?
He went to Wisconsin.
Devin Harris?
Yep. All right, number 6, Atlanta Hawks, another gruesome injury guy. He had an afro.
Hold up. Josh Childress.
Yep. All right, number 7.
He had a gruesome injury?
Didn't Childress have a bad injury too?
Not that I remember. I remember the gruesome ones.
I thought that's why he
signed a deal in China and took the money. It's tax free.
Australia,
some country. Which is
maybe
he's a smart guy. That's why he did it.
Okay. Let's see. Number 7. Drafted by the Phoenix Suns, but traded to Chicago. Went to your favorite school. Just kidding.
Sheldon Williams?
No.
No, is the Duke guy, though?
This is the second guy that we've seen so far taken from the United Kingdom. But yes, he went to Duke.
Oh, man. Mike Dunleavy? No.
You're going to kick yourself when I tell you. It's a bad radio. It's Luol Deng.
God.
Anyways, that's enough of that one.
Yeah, we'll have to do that offline.
Yep. Top 5. You got a top 5 for me today?
I don't have a top 5, but I got a question.
Yeah, okay.
I got a good question. Maybe it can turn into a top 5. Maybe.
Okay.
So the year is 2150. And in 2150, now you've got the ability to trans into an animal. So you have to trans into an animal. What would you trans to?
I was trying to write a caption for this. I don't even know what to put. It's 2150,
In the year
and
2150.
I've got to transition to an animal.
Yep. I think your first question would be, do you have to? Is this something you choose?
Yeah.
In 2150 though, there's no telling. It might just be like your birth from a sack. It's not even like a woman. You drop out and they're like, oh, let's assign him to a what? I'll go first. Red-tailed hawk.
I feel like we've done this before.
Have we?
Like, what animal would you be? Yeah.
Did we? Well, I'm transing to a red-tailed hawk easily. Predatory bird.
Predatory bird would be a good one. I think I would go. I don't know. That's tough. Boring answer. For sure, a dog. You don't have to do anything.
Why?
If you're a good pet, you don't have to do anything.
Do you think there'll be pets in 2150?
Yeah. In
No way.
2150, we'll have like freaking sharks as pets. 2150, we'll have a woolly mammoth will come back. We'll be able to create one of those and have a pet.
So would you choose to be a female dog?
This feels like a trap question.
This is
No
not
comment.
scripted. This is
No
not
comment.
scripted, and I just totally thought of that on the fly. You just witnessed me. Oh, that was so good. What good radio.
All right.
Red-tailed hawk. The question would be, how do they get me? Would I be this size? Or would they somehow shrink, like have a shrinking formula?
You're an idiot. Oh my god.
And I would be a male.
Okay.
I think my name would be Silver something. Silver.
But you're a red-tailed hawk.
Yeah, red-tailed hawk. Silver.
And your name would be Silver.
Yeah. It's something after that, like Silver Flame.
You're an idiot. We're moving on. Do you have any more than sneakers moments of the week?
Oh, that was good. I think my more than sneakers moment was how much cool conversation I've gotten to have with my wife about all this reselling stuff this week. That's been really, really fun. Didn't think she
Nice.
cared. And she's starting to understand. We've thrifted a little bit. The difference is her audience is just different than mine. But it's cool. It's been really fun. Getting to hopefully teach, and she's done really good with it so far. That's been really, really cool, actually. That would be my not more than sneakers moment. Happy
That's awesome.
life.
I've got a question. It's borderline more than sneakers. It was kind of just in passing at the. Again, let me mention the greatest football game of this past weekend and the season so far. But a guy had on in like the UT. Okay, first of all, that stadium had to be like 35% Tennessee fans. It was pretty incredible. It was not a great atmosphere for LSU home game. Nonetheless, walking through at the end, see this guy walking past him, a Tennessee fan, has on the Travis Scott, like the royal blue ones. I forget what those are called, but maybe they're just royal ones. But I don't know. He had those on at the game. And I was thinking, it's stuff like that, like wear your sneakers, but it's not the average person that's going to wear those. Are they fake? I don't know. I don't know. I hate to ask that, But
did you talk to him?
Yeah, I told him. I said, "Hey, man, nice
sneakers."
Okay. And that was pretty much it because we were going in opposite directions. But yeah, it's fun.
That'll count.
It'll count. We'll put it on the board. Anyways, I think that's about it. That about wraps it up. Look at us. It's like we wrote a whole script for this show.
I know, it's crazy.
59 minutes, 55
Boom.
seconds.
Right on cue and didn't even
Beautiful.
practice.
Without any practice whatsoever.
Or
you know what? We're going to go a
conversation.
little over because it's not a happy hour without Hayes wrapping us out. We loaded up some new beats today.
I just threw a ton in this file, so you're just going to roulette it.
Yep, I'm going to hit you with...
Follow the Instagram. Still
Oh, yeah,
dripping tea in. Cookies on the bottom shelf. Don't bother following the cards one, but do all of our eBay stuff.
Yep.
And
the eBay.
The more you buy, the more likely I am to be able to pull this merch off. Hurry up.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.
Let's rock. Please rap with me.
I'm not feeling it today.
I'm never
like every week.
Oh.
You got it?
Always.
All right.
I let the cat out the bag like an old hag. Boobies sag, my boobies sagging, ragging, tagging, flagging. I got an acrobat, I'm Tupac in it. I'm flagging it bloods, big B's. I'm in the gang. I killed a dude at a 7-Eleven. Go check the internet. And like a teacher's petting it. I'm petting a dog. Mason's my dog. It's 2150 and he's turned into a dog. And now he's my homie. He's my best friend. I rub his tummy. Scratching like a flea. Kala dala. Hala bala. Chala. Hanging down. Bala. King T'Challa. It's Black Panther. I'm Black Panther in it. Big B's. That's good.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.